So as we've gone through this video series, I've said on multiple occasions that I am not an expert in any of this, and today's topic is particularly accurate. Today we're going to talk about composting. And I have not done much in the way of composting, but I am starting to utilize it around my home to try and achieve the goal of having a chemical-free yard. There are a number of benefits to compost. It improves the quality of your soil, gives you healthier plants by slowly adding nutrients to your plants. It helps save money on fertilizers and mulch. It helps your soil hold more water, which means you don't have to use quite as much of your water in drier years. It helps to reduce pests and disease, and it can help to balance the pH level of your soil. So now the question is, where do you begin?
So the first step in collecting compost is making use of some waste that would otherwise just be in your trash bag, and that is food waste from your kitchen. Every week or so we collect our food waste into this bin. Fortunately, my father-in-law goes through Prairie Farms ice cream like a gallon a week, so we have plenty of these sitting around that we can use. You want to make sure you use something with a lid, because that smell is going to fill up your kitchen really quickly. So make sure you have a container that has a lid on it. Okay? Let's go ahead and see the next step. So another great resource for composting is yard waste. Every fall, we drive to work going past hundreds of bags of leaves that are going to get hauled off to a landfill, and they don't do any good there. You have a great source of natural fertilizer just laying across your yard. So we just cleared this section of our garden bed because we're going to be doing some planting here, which you'll see in a later video. And because of that, we have some great yard waste over here. So we have quite a bit in the way of deadfall leaves, and we also have quite a bit in the way of weeds that we have pulled from this section of the garden bed as well. We're going to combine that with some dirt and some straw that we got from some friends of ours, and that's going to help make a new layer of compost for the following year. So as you can see, we already have a compost pile going back here in the corner of our yard. However, you can also tell if you look at this side of the compost pile, and my boy Max here, that we haven't turned this in a long time. Like I said, I'm not an expert on any of this, and I'm really just getting started in some of it. So this will be the first time that I've actually turned this side of our compost stack. You want to make sure that you do this every couple of weeks. So now what we're going to do before we put that pile back on is we're going to add a fresh layer. So we're going to take our food waste and our yard waste along with some straw, and then we're going to put the top layer back on to act as a buffering layer to trap that heat to help break down the material faster. Okay, now that we have set our other side of our compost stack so that it can stew over the winter, we're going to take the top layer of this compost and we're going to take it up front to do some planting that you'll see in a later video.
Now when it comes to collecting and keeping your compost, there are a variety of options out there. There are companies that make composting trash cans where you can collect your kitchen waste. There are companies that make a compost tumbler to hold and rotate your compost within the tumbler. Or if you're really handy, you can even make it yourself with a trash can or a barrel of your choosing. So there are different options as far as both collecting and keeping your compost as well. So thanks for joining us for today's video on composting. Like I said, this is still a learning process for me, so if you saw anything in there that I did wrong or that I could do better, please let me know in the comments section. Also, don't forget to like and share today's video, and remember, only solutions.